So if you're like most people, you probably realize that it's getting more and more expensive every single day to advertise on Facebook, which is really frustrating because only like a year or so ago, it was cheap. It was cheap as hell. You can get clicks for pennies on pretty much anything, regardless of how good your content is. People would click through and you'd get results. But that's getting more and more expensive now because there's more advertisers, there's more pages, there's more businesses that are paying big bucks to reach the same people that you're trying to reach. So it's kind of like being in an auction house and everybody's bidding for the same item and the price just keeps going up and up and up. Now in a situation like this, you'd be forgiven for looking to gurus and people who tell you that they've got amazing strategies and tactics and hacks to use on the Facebook platform or other social media platforms to game the algorithm, to get more results, to run ads in a certain way, which basically hacks the system. Now, it's not to say that these things don't exist or they don't work, because they definitely do. I, for one, use certain hacks and tactics every single day to make the most out of the money that I spend on Facebook. However, there's one big thing which is way more powerful than any strategy, any tactics, any hacks or tricks, which most people overlook. Now, to understand this, you need to understand the way Facebook and other social media platforms actually distribute content. And the way they do so is that they reward content which is already good. So if your content or your ad or whatever it is you're putting out there to try and bring people into your business to get eyes on your product is already being responded to well, if you start with a good foundation of good content, then your spend is going to go way further, and it's going to be more effective than any hack, any tactic that you could find anywhere on the internet. So you may be thinking, okay, cool, but how do I make my content more engaging? How do I get more people to engage with my content so that Facebook sees it as relevant and shows it to more people? Well, there's actually some really simple tactics that you can use. You can go over to viral pages whose purpose is specifically to get attention and specifically to get engagement and shares, and start to mimic the kind of content that you see there. These pages spend their entire time working out what people engage with, what goes viral. So if you can find a way to emulate that in your ads and your paid advertising, the results are going to blow your mind. When you start to do this research, and it really isn't that difficult, it doesn't take a lot of time, but when you start to understand what people within your niche, what people within your industry share and engage with, then you're going to start to see some trends that you can emulate in the content that draws eyes onto your business. And when you emulate this content for yourself and create content that already gets engagement, I promise you that when you start putting ad spend behind that content, that it's going to perform significantly better than any advertising you've done to date. Hey, I hope you found this content useful. If you did, you know anyone else that might benefit from it in their own business, please feel free to share it with them.